Good morning, lovelies. Monty-san here, your favorite fairy scholar. Here with our fifth stream of the sweet and spicy interview with featured guests SheikahKitty, Blurry, and Aria Eternity. Aria, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
I'm Aria. I like playing first-person shooters. I primarily stream on Twitch, and yeah, I like pastels. Hello.
Pastels are amazing. Awesome. Blurry?
Okay. Hi, I'm Blurry. I stream basically whatever, anything that's recommended to me. I also primarily stream on Twitch. I mostly enjoy games like Minecraft. Hi.
Hey, fair. I mean, Minecraft is awesome.
Minecraft's fun. There's so much to do on it.
And then Sheikah?
Hi, I'm SheikahKitty, and I primarily play on Twitch. I like to play a lot of multiplayer games, horror games, and my game variety is pretty much wide, so I'll play pretty much anything that pulls like my interest.
You're a brave person than I am. I can't do horror. Like the recent trend of everyone collabing in Phasmophobia, I bought it once and then immediately refunded it out of fear.
Aww. I'm like level 700 in it, so you know, put so many hours into it.
God.
It is no longer scary. It is just second nature.
I mean, if you play in beta, it's getting a lot more spicy.
Oh.
True.
Ooh.
Yeah, every update I read, like they're figuring out much better ways to make it terrifying as shit. I love it.
Oh.
Love that.
So,
I'm also bad at war games, so ooh.
So for anyone new to the series, the Sweet and Spicy interview is an interesting format where we alternate between sweeter, lighthearted questions that serve as kind of like padding for deeper, personal, spicy questions. And we've got quite the selection for you today. Right before we jump into it, does anyone have any like quick things you want to shout out, or are we good to go?
Define shout out. Follow me on Twitch.
Yes, follow all of these people. Follow all of these people. They're cool. Their links in the description, socials in the description. Follow them. They're super neat.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I really need to make a Twitch. I somewhere like next week I need to figure out like how to stream to both YouTube and Twitch, because I'm like the only YouTube.
Yeah, you can multi-stream on OBS, I think.
Yeah, I have Streamlabs as well, so I think it's like a subscription you have to do, but like that should be easy enough.
Yeah, it's you just hit the button.
Oh well, shit.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, you link up both accounts on the way you like when you start up, and then you could just hit and then it just auto streams to both.
That's nice.
And then I think the built-in chat shows comments depending on what platform they're coming from too.
That's really cool. Okay, awesome. So let's get right into the meat of this interview with our first sweet question. How did you get into VTuber culture? Question close to each of our hearts.
For me, I think it was Kuzuna Ai. She was playing Dragalia, and there's this clip of her doing a pull, and she gets a 5-star, and it's like the card.
Ooh.
And she gets all depressed about it because she thought it was gonna be like a hero or whatever. And she's like that, and then she's like, ah! And I'm like, this is my thing now. I was like, I want to be an anime girl playing gacha games. Yeah, I don't think that was like maybe 3 years ago, but I don't remember.
Oh
yeah,
wow, so you're
yeah,
OG.
Kizuna Eyes, yeah. The fuck you, like that that compilation. I was around. I was around for that.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah. She was in Azur Lane too, so I made sure to get all of those.
And real quick, we've got Pantherist mentioning, don't Twitch and YouTube have rules against it? I think Twitch, like if you're affiliate, you can't stream on YouTube at the same time. There's something with that. There's like a exclusivity window.
I thought Vinny Vinesauce streams on both.
Oh, maybe he doesn't give a shit about the rules.
Nah, he really doesn't. Because I thought he used to stream on YouTube too at the same time. I can't remember. It was that might have been a long time ago.
Damn, I have a ton of respect for really like anyone that got into VTubers like before quarantine, because that was when it like really hit. So like if you were in before, you're old guard. I love it.
Yeah, I have like I know of Girl DM too, and she started like she started a long time. I have some like mutual friends with Girl DM, and she started like really early too, and that was kind of like when I realized that maybe I could do this, you know, like maybe it's not as like high tech as I thought it was. Like, yeah, crazy.
Nice. I like it. Hiko, Blurry, what about you?
I haven't been a streamer for very long, so I couldn't give you like a big thing about VTuber culture, but my friend like Riddle Rook on here, they got into it, and then like they showed me a bunch of stuff that interested them, and I was just like, oh, this looks cool. I like this, and I got into it very shortly after they did. I definitely can't say that my track record's 3 years long. No, it's like a couple months at best. But yeah, it was really cool, and like the Twitter community is cool. So I was just like, this seems like a safe place. I like it.
Yeah, and I'm much the same. Like I see all these people that have been around for like years and years. I'm like, I didn't know what a VTuber was like half a year ago. So what about you, Sheikah?
So I got into VTubing through not only just a friend of mine, because she had gotten into it recently and was like, hey, this is a community that's really nice and fun. I think you would like it, you know? Especially being transgender, so like it helps like with me being behind a character instead of behind a webcam.
Yeah, and that was actually like one of the reasons I wanted to get into VTubing. Like I'm not comfortable on a webcam, and I've always wanted to stream, but like being behind a character, that does so much for you.
It does.
Yeah, actually, it truly does. I tried to face stream back in the day. It's hard.
Yeah. Other than that, like I watched a lot of like Nux and Nyaners, so I sort of knew what it was, but not entirely.
I like it. Good reasons. Yeah. Let's move on to our first spicy question. One that's been hitting us for a while. How has life changed for you during the pandemic? Oh boy.
Oh.
I'll go ahead. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, you go ahead. Sorry.
I felt a little bad with this answer, but I've had a lot of people echo this sentiment. It hasn't changed too much for me. And I always feel a little bad about that, because you know, like for some people it's real bad, but like I'm already an introvert. I don't go out much, and my job I can work from home, so I just eat out less, and that's it. Oh, we got Ray. Hello.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm a student, so I couldn't do class, and I can't do online learning. It just doesn't really work for me. So I was not doing well in my classes.
Oh no.
So that was hard, but like we're back now, and like I'm doing much better, but I just can't process that sort of thing. Otherwise, like, yeah, it doesn't really seem that different. I just stay in my house a lot more, which I did a lot beforehand anyway. I developed a really weird fear of cashiers during the pandemic because I didn't go out. But yeah, so now I can't like buy things at grocery stores anymore, which is really sucky considering, you know, you need to buy food to like live. So I like go to grocery stores and I always bring someone and like I can go in but I can't actually put the stuff on like the actual till, which is really weird. Like it's what happened and it sucks.
That's why self-checkouts are OP.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Self-checkouts are OP. The second they added those, I was like, I never talk to another person again.
I feel that. I was using those even before the pandemic.
Same. With the McDonald's self-checkout, whew, man.
Ooh.
That
They
really
just
gets
put
me.
that in our McDonald's nearby. I was just like, nice.
Yeah, we've had them locally for a long time here, so I've been using the McDonald's self-checkout. I'm like, they're like, hi, can I help you? I'm like, nah,
No.
you can't. I'm like,
No,
uh,
you help yourself for now.
Right?
We're good.
if my card declines, I'll be right over. But like, nah.
My town's really small, so we did not have that installed until like sometime in the pandemic. And I actually got a call from someone I know saying, "Do you want to go to McDonald's? They have self-checkout now." I was like, "Yeah, we are.
Let's go
Let's
celebrate.
go." Because
Yeah,
we
man.
wouldn't go before. 'Cause all my friends are worse than I am. Like I
Y'all
might
wanna hang out?
Sorry.
Oh, does y'all want to hang out at the McDonald's self-checkout? Like, it's just...
Yeah. I'm my friend's extroverted friend, me, the one afraid of cashiers. So,
Oh.
that ended up that builds. I'm fine with people I know, but like people I don't know, it's just like anyone who has the authority to yell at me, I don't like them.
Yeah, I feel that.
I feel that.
I guess the pandemic for me changed a lot because I just work and I travel, right? That's always what I've done. So the lack of borders being open and flights has been I've been getting a little stir crazy actually. I leave the country about once or twice a year depending. So I haven't been able to go. Like I literally got back from a trip from Disneyland the day before everything shut down. Or no, the week before everything shut down. Yeah, I went like that week of March before Disneyland shut down, and I've been trapped here ever since.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I want to go. I want to travel. I want to explore. I want to like eat fancy foods and drink nice coffee and walk down the streets, and like I can't. So I've been going a little stir crazy in here.
Imagine you have to stay in Disneyland until this is Disneyland.
Wow, I could stay in Disneyland.
You just have to stay in the park the whole time.
Yeah, I can do that. It's expensive, but I can
that'd be
do
hella
it.
expensive.
Yeah.
One day.
No,
Mickey Mouse.
I go to Japan. I go to Japan once or twice a year, so I haven't been in 2 because I was supposed to go in November last year. So I'm like, can I go to Tokyo now? I'm like, can I leave? Can you open the borders, please? I'm like, I'm trying to get in the line for the vaccine here, and like, they're like, are you 65? And I'm like, oh, I'm not that old. And they're like, then you can't have it. So I'm like, please, I need it. You have no idea.
Begging you.
I'm begging you, stab me in the arm, please. They're not gonna do it though.
Dang. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's coming up, like, depending on what your job is. If it is considered essential
where I'm from, we don't get a lot of our medical stuff kind of sucks. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We're already behind on vaccines. And it's barely started. Clowns.
Yeah. To the traveling thing, that 2020 was supposed to be my year that I did tons of traveling, because growing up I didn't do a ton of it. So I was like, okay, well I got a stable job now, like I'm comfy, I might as well, enjoy some of this youth while I can. And
yes.
my parents, so they were born in Vietnam and left when they were kids, and they haven't been back since. So they were like, hey, let's do a family trip, like let's go back, let's like reconnect with our roots and everything. And then the pandemic sat on that.
That would have been so nice.
That would have been nice.
Aww, that was almost such a cute story, dude. That's so sad.
Almost, but not quite there. But
Yeah.
You're so close.
One day, yeah, one day.
Yeah. I just want to hug Fat Toad at Universal Studios Japan. I just want to hug Fat Toad.
damn.
For me, it kind of gets a little sad.
Oh no.
So right before like the lockdown, the month before, I had lost my 8-year-old cat, who was my mental health support, and that like completely just destroyed me, because it was like around the worst times for me to ever like have to have that sort of thing happen for PTSD reasons. And then we had an anime convention that was coming up, and it was like the one thing I was looking forward to, only for it to be canceled because the pandemic closed like up on that week.
Yeah, that's like I've noticed a big thing is the lack of like convention spaces and stuff's been really hard for a lot of people.
So I mean, not much has changed otherwise, but like a lot of it was just like a lot of death that happened to me, because like I lost another cat, and then I lost the oldest cat at the end of December, and it's just like one right after another kept happening. On top of it, one of the good things that did happen was I did get my GED, well, HSC.
Oh hell yeah!
My high school equivalency.
Nice.
But I ended up not having a what brain? No, please don't shut
This is
down.
the worst when it happens to me.
A little fucking celebration.
A graduation. I didn't
Yeah.
have
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
there's
pandemic
reasons.
reasons.
Miss Rona coming in.
Yeah.
The big C.
Coming in hot.
The big C. I like that
He
one.
just sounds like a wrestler.
The big C. Yeah.
So I mean, it's
He's down on my
mostly
life,
been
let me tell you.
a lot of like depressive like moods and just sad all the time.
Sorry to hear.
And then I just, instead of like really dealing with it, because even now I don't really deal with it, I kind of just like throw myself into everything and just I deal with it by not dealing with it.
VTube to cope.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So
Yeah.
it's just like, and I've only been a VTuber for like 3 months, and I reached affiliate in that same 3 months.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Congrats.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
VTubing
it's just
therapy.
like everything's just like, oh, it's happening so fast. How long?
The cope.
Yeah,
Inject
yeah.
me with that sweet cope.
Well, with any luck, we're trending towards normalcy.
That's true.
Yeah, that vaccine can't come out any faster, man. I'm excited for things to go back to
I
normal.
get mine on the 7th.
Ooh,
Hey!
nice.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm asthmatic and have low immunity.
Oh yeah, so you're like first in line-ish.
Yup.
Nice. Hey, whatever gets you it, right?
Yeah.
Dang, I'm not for a while.
There's
Yeah,
still a
me
long
either.
waiting list for like people that have it before others too.
Damn.
Did you
But-
catch it twice? I think so, right?
You can get the 2-shot or you can get the 1-shot.
Oh.
But for people like me, the 1-shot isn't good with asthma.
Oh, my sister got the 2-shot because she works with old people, so she got vaccinated already. She said the second one absolutely destroyed her. She was so sick after,
Oh no.
and I'm like, oh, I'm glad I wasn't there.
Glad I wasn't there. Wow.
I mean, congrats on the vaccine, but stop bragging about it. Like,
Yeah.
happy for you, but
riot, cool, great, give me it. Like,
my mom's talking about how she's gonna get it soon, and then my stepdad is getting it soon. So I'll be the only one in my household who isn't eligible to get it
Oh, no.
for like months.
Months.
It's like this makes no.
wait, you go to
So
school?
long.
You go to school, don't you? Shouldn't that qualify you?
It doesn't qualify you. No,
Huh?
like it's weird though. Like going to school with people, like some of them care and then some of them just don't.
Of course.
And like you go in and you can tell and it's so bad. Like that's why I want it so bad, because I'm just like, dude, I have at least 25 people that I see a day that are stupid. So I
Yeah.
like I just walking into my English class and there was just this dude who just didn't have it on, and I was like, the teacher should be saying something about this. And I turned to the teacher, and she also didn't, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense.
Of course.
Right, right. Yeah, I work in a mall, so I always have to we always have to have one person at the door, and of my store, and we're like, hey, you don't have a mask on, and they're like, yeah, so what? And we're like, we can't let you in, sorry, bro. And then I had this instance where I was like, hey, can you hand sanitize? And the guy's like, already did the last store. And I'm like, I can't vouch for that. You gotta hand sanitize. And he goes, you know what? Fuck it. And he left. And I was like, okay, have a good day. Like, I was
They always get so mad about the easiest things to do. Like, it's like, okay, so
put some sand on.
Yeah,
God.
we're protecting people who are vulnerable, and the only things you really have to do, like, that they tell you to do, like, excessively, is put a mask on and sanitize your hands. I cannot get over how the government had to teach a bunch of people how to wash their goddamn hands. Like, there was actually a sign I went past, and it said, wash your hands after using the bathroom. No shit.
Yikes.
No
dude.
shit.
Yikes.
Like, that
It's
should
like-
just come naturally.
Yeah, right? But it just, some people, I guess it doesn't? I don't really know.
For us here, it's like they had to teach people how to wear masks, but it's crazy because it gets to like -50, right? So you have to wear a scarf anyway. So these people who have been wearing scarves their whole lives can't even wear a mask. I'm like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You literally can't tell me putting a scarf over your face and nose is not the same as wearing a mask.
Right?
You just gotta do it inside. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I got like pretty cold this winter. And so when I don't wear scarves, but one of the people in my class wears scarves, and he's just like, if I'm wearing a scarf, I don't have to wear a mask. I'm like, that is not how it works.
Yarn is not. That's not how that works.
Your scarf doesn't really protect much. Like it was a thin scarf too. It was like a pussy. Like it was like he was not protected for the weather. I don't know.
These
Like,
pandemic clowns.
I have asthma. I can't breathe. I'm still wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Suffer with me.
Yeah.
It's like, people with breathing problems are wearing masks. Like,
Yeah.
don't tell me I have a medical condition. And there was literally I worked at a restaurant when it just started, and someone was just like, I have a medical condition. I was like, oh, is it like a breathing thing? And he's like, no, in my knee. I'm like, why can't you wear a mask? That makes no sense, man. That makes no sense. And he was just like I was just like, does your knee need a mask? Like, I don't know. I don't know. My boss didn't like that answer, like that question,
my
but
God.
it was funny because like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how does that have anything to do with wearing
My-
a mask?
My favorite is
Right?
when they go, I have anxiety. I'm like, bitch, me too. Like, I'm
Yeah, but actually, though.
I'm literally suffering working at this job, please. Like, if I can handle it, I have micro attacks in the back room, but then I'm fine. Like, you just gotta get through it. If you're that bad too, you shouldn't be going out at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anxiety was a reason to not wear a mask, there wouldn't be many masks being worn, just generally. 'Cause,
Right?
like, how do you tell? Like, you can say someone has anxiety, but how do you prove that? You can't.
No.
You can't really prove that if you're just seeing them one time. You know,
Stay
like,
home, buy everything online.
Yeah.
so
Honestly,
it's acceptable.
if we all stayed home and like trusted Amazon or DoorDash or whatever for a year, like we would have cleaned this up a while ago.
That's all
Oh,
I
yeah.
did.
I mean, I'm agoraphobic, so it works for me.
Like, sweet, more reasons to stay inside.
Exactly.
Yeah. We know who's following the rules now, don't we?
Right?
Lockdown is no problem.
Lockdown, perfect.
God, mood.
Yeah, and Panther is mentioning also, if you have a heart, wear a mask and save a life. Very much so. Please.
Knee masks.
Knee mask, yes.
I saw that. It's called a knee brace.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, right?
Okay. So onto a sweeter question. What is the reason you started VTubing?
I kind of said mine was a VTuber culture one. It's just a friend of mine just said that, like, hey, this is something you'd probably like, and I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, same.
Yeah, there was a lot of overlap there. It's fine.
Yeah, for like, I tried to stream like face cam back in like 2015, and I think this is actually on the same channel actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I tried to stream on and off till about the beginning of last year with the face cam, and I was like, man, this blows. Like, I don't want to do my makeup, I don't want to do my hair, I don't want to wear a nice shirt, like, I'm over it. And then I saw sort of like girl DM start getting popular, and then I saw I don't remember when Project Melody debuted, but I think it was before I started too. And I realized that you could do a 3D model. You don't have to be a 2D, like, cause some of the HoloLive people were already, like, the Japanese HoloLive people were out, and I was like, you don't have to be 2D, you can do 3D too. So I was just like, I think I got my model done in September last year, but I didn't have the power to run it was the issue. So yeah, so my lack of wanting to look nice on camera is why I did it.
No, I've sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say sheer laziness is all it was.
That's mood. I actually have a model in the making.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah. 3D?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I like the Vroid. I think they're cute.
Yeah.
You can put clothes on them too. It's really fun. I've been playing around with that recently.
Oh, I don't know how to do it.
There's so much fun stuff on Booth.
Our friend
Yeah.
who knows how.
Yeah, you can import clothes and stuff, and that's why I wanted to do 3D mostly too, because I know that if I figure out how to do new outfits and stuff, I wouldn't want to like commission to get another 2D model rigged and stuff. It's too expensive.
Yeah, no, I feel that pain, because I'm thinking of like new outfits, and it's like I kind of have to go back to my old artist, and it was expensive commission, and
Yeah, right. I figured with Vroid I could try and make my own stuff too. So
yeah, I have
art
a lot of
experiments.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, but I have a lot of friends that are much the same. Like they started VTubing just because they wanted to be streamers, but like they're like looking pretty on camera is so much work. Why?
It's so hard. It's so hard.
I'd very much rather just pop on and just start streaming.
I also wanted to separate my real life and my internet life really hard too.
I tried YouTube and streaming before this sort of thing with my actual face and my actual self. My like the only thing that like people would ever point out are my teeth, because I have like a gap, and so many people commented about it that I had to like stop because of how self-conscious it genuinely made me. Because like I don't even notice it in my like everyday life. I look in the mirror, I don't even notice it. But then like people will like comment on things, and then I'll just be like, no.
You start seeing your flaws, right? Or like things that you never really paid attention to, and they've got like a spotlight on them now, and you're like, well, maybe I just won't do this anymore. Like it's
It's like, are you gonna point out my
old videos of me that had webcams of me?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Like, and then now I like look at pictures or videos and I like stare at my teeth. I'm like, I never used to do this.
Oh no.
It sucks. Like only in like photos that I think might go somewhere, like on like Instagram accounts, you know. But like otherwise, like when I look in the mirror, I'm just like, I don't even look at my teeth. There's no reason to. They're just teeth. But then, like, the second someone points it out, like, people were getting creative. I blocked the word teeth and tooth and the emoji for it, and people just started putting 2 white squares as emojis.
What?
They just got creative.
That's
right?
so mean.
Yeah, well,
That's rude.
Oh my god.
Right? I kind of respected, like, the effort that obviously went into thinking outside the box. But like, why do you have to go so far out of your way to make fun of a person? It makes no sense.
Time to get
so
the bonking stick.
Right?
Bonk them
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like, what are you gonna point that out on my fairy VTuber character? No, you're not.
Right?
No one's gonna notice that. No one would have known if I didn't just say it, right? So it's like, yeah, so a lot more comfortable that way.
Nice.
That's the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
Being cozy.
Yeah. Make people happy and make yourself happy because people aren't trying to make you unhappy. That was like a lot of going back and forth with the word happy there. But yeah, it's like a way to do something where everyone's comfortable.
I'm a personality person, so like, if you're a nice person, you're good in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
If you're toxic, go home. No one wants you here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I ended up doing some real similar where so I'd always wanted to stream, but I have terrible social anxiety. But I fell down the VTuber rabbit hole with Hololive, and I'd seen the clips where like Minato Aqua and Usada Pekara talk about how they have like truly terrible social anxiety, where like they'll like Pekara had mentioned in the Hololive Minecraft server, she used to be at a point where like if there were more than 3 people on a server, she would be afraid to speak up because there would be attention on her. And I thought it was crazy how like these people could be streaming to, you know, like thousands of people, and the social anxiety didn't hit them. It like something about streaming, and then streaming with the VTuber identity like was enough of a like almost mask for that, and I was like, maybe I could benefit from that. So yeah, I did VTubing to like protect my social anxiety. It's great.
It's like a Clark Kent Superman kind of thing.
Yeah.
I get it now. I get why they didn't recognize him without the glasses. Like it's
yeah,
Superman.
it's liberating.
It is. Yeah.
Did you say Superman is Clark Kent's VTuber? I didn't.
Am I wrong? Are you gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
No, I just never thought about it like that. You've awoken it in me.
Get woke.
Oh my god.
Awoken it.
I'm never gonna look at superheroes ever again.
Oh no.
The same way. It's Deadpool, Wade Wilson. It's just his VTuber persona.
I was gonna say, I don't think there's much of a difference with him though.
Fair.
That's true.
Anyone ever makes fun of VTubers? Just be like, do you like Superman? It's like, yeah. VTubers.
Actually, Deadpool is kind of a Wade Wilson VTuber because of his visual look. He's all
True.
scarred up.
Mm-hmm.
He's hiding it.
We've cracked the code.
We get it now. It all makes sense.
He just doesn't have to pretend to be somebody he's not, because this is him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goals.
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 Do we have anything to add, or should we move on to the next question?
I'm good to move on.
away from Clark
Yeah.
Kent VTuber personas.
Clark Kent VTuber. Oh
Wait,
my God.
okay, so does that make him the first VTuber or Annoying Orange?
I'm gonna beat you up one of these days, Monty. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the Annoying Orange. Watch out! I'm gonna beat you up in Minecraft.
No. Oh no.
I thought you were gonna say that you were gonna throw oranges.
Hey, are there oranges in Minecraft?
No.
I'll throw
Freaking
pumpkins.
modern.
Other
then.
games.
Pumpkins, yeah.
I'm close enough.
Wait, don't pretend he gives it like it is.
Truly.
Okay.
Damn, I want oranges in Minecraft. Sorry.
moving on to a spicy question. Was there ever a point where you wanted to leave the VTuber community, and if so, what made you stay?
Not. I don't think I ever wanted to leave. I think I'm too new to want to leave.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, streaming wise, I think I'm too new to wanting to leave. I'm also like I'm so like disassociated with everyone that I don't really involve with people enough to make me leave either. So
yeah, the only things that have made me want to like kind of be like was like the over sexualization of minors on there, which I've seen quite a bit. Like, I don't know, that's the only thing, especially as a minor. It's very like I knew it was gonna happen, but like and when it's unintentional, it's fine. Like, I understand like not realizing you've done it, and like correcting your ways afterwards, but like people who like relish in the fact that they are playing like a character that looks like a child and like sexualizing it because it looks like a child,
and then they intentionally ask for like not safe for work art.
Yeah, like that's the only thing that has made me like but like I don't think I've wanted to pack up and leave because of that, because I agree, I'm very like, I wish I wasn't as disassociated as I was, but like I wish I talked to more people, but I'm anxious. Like, I don't know how people will react to me talking to them. Like, this was like a big step. I was just like, I'm gonna do this, but it was like really like nerve-wracking. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a matter of like not wanting to leave, but wanting to like wishing there wasn't things like that.
Yeah.
Being an 18 plus VTuber also makes it difficult because you gotta find the people that are following you even though they're under the age, and then like block them because it's a lot of problems.
That's why I didn't follow. Like, I intentionally didn't follow you because like I understood that might have like caused some issues or made you uncomfortable. So
yeah,
wait
until you're 18.
We respect boundaries in this interview. It's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I've thought about leaving, but more or less altogether just leaving streaming because anxiety reasons, and I've had so many problems with like being called female instead of like she and stuff, and it's like, no, my pronouns are he. I've specifically stated in my about and in my info on Twitter as well that I'm a trans male. But like I still get so much like attack from that. It's just like, why?
Really?
Stop.
That's so weird. I thought that, I kind of figured this community was a little more like,
I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens more often than not.
Oh, that's it. Enough. Well, I mean, enough to like make you upset, which is garbage. Like, they shouldn't do that.
And it's just like some days I can handle it and be like, "Law, okay." Other days it's just like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
I'm a sad soft boy.
Oof. I've noticed, and a lot of what kind of like drew me to the VTuber scene was like how, for the most part, the people that make up the scene are like really supportive of each other, but that's not to say everyone is, and that like kind of bubble of like appreciation doesn't always kind of like expand out to chat, and that's just like well, I kind of came in here to like have a good time, and like you don't always get that, and that fucking sucks.
Yeah. The Twitter versus streaming numbers is really, really difficult too, I've noticed. Because you could have like X amount of followers on Twitter, but you can only have like 5 viewers on Twitch, which is something that I've sort of come to realize is always going to be a problem, right?
Yeah. I think this much, I think I don't know if this is a good realization or a bad one, but a lot of I think like even Shroud has mentioned this of like, he could have this many followers, but only like a tiny fraction of them will actually like be in chat, and a tiny fraction of that will like actually interact, and so on and so forth. So it's like I don't know.
It's always like I've noticed because I used to have a pretty big Instagram account like back when I first started streaming and stuff, like 2015 or whatever, and it was always like I think 10% of your follow base would interact compared to like your actual number. I think is what like the minimum was, which is crazy because if you have 2,000 followers and only 10% of that interacts with your stuff, like it's discouraging, right? But
yeah.
You gotta remember
what you're doing that isn't like delivering to the rest of those people.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Yeah.
Because if people are streaming, I don't see it 90% of the time on my feeds or anything either. So I feel like as someone who's streaming and like was like, oh, I only have like X amount of people, I always try and like at least pop in and say hi to other people's chats. But like social media is like they'll intentionally trying to sabotage this, I think. Yeah, like right now I have the top tweets on. Apparently I didn't realize that. I thought it was set to have the most recent ones on.
Yeah, I noticed Twitter flips that on you silently every so often. It pisses me off.
Yeah, I didn't. I better check all my accounts then too. Oh, just the VTuber one. That's cool. Stupid social media.
Think positive. Some people like to lurk in chats. Yeah, and that I say this often, but like even like any amount of support, like even lurking, like thank you for that. And I think any streamer out there is still super thankful for lurking.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Lurkers are 100% like respectable.
Yeah, like they're supporting you. Like they don't need to actively be talking to be supporting you in a way, shape, or form. You know.
Yeah, because I mean, even I lurk a lot, and it's mostly just because of the anxiety of like talking to people and stuff.
It's hard to interact with a specific game too.
Yeah, everything comes back to anxiety.
I mean,
You're right.
Yeah.
I feel that.
No, going from the topic of things that push you away from VTubing, let's move more on to what motivates you to keep on VTubing. I think
stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like meeting new people, making new friends, just talking about nothing. Like just having a good time. That's mostly what it is. Like I didn't start doing any of this to get followers. I did it as a social aspect more than anything. Because I live in kind of like a redneck area, so it's hard to like meet people and hang out, just to make friends. Because usually I meet people and they want to date, and I'm like, no, thank you.
I feel that.
Yeah, so I'm not out here trying to date, but I'm also not out here trying to like be alone. So I go for my socializing on the internet, which is why I started streaming. And I just want to talk to people about shitty video games and scream about Overwatch. And
I feel that.
Yeah.
Overwatch.
That's what, I hate that game so much.
I love hate.
Yeah, I've played it. I was at the BlizzCon it was announced at, so I've literally played it since day 0.
And
that's
awesome.
I literally probably have 4,000 hours on it. It's all I do. I can play 10, 12 hours a day. I still hate it, but I can't stop.
Yeah,
And I
love hate.
I just want to talk to people about it. I just want to play. I just want to have I want to have friends. I want to like talk, and I don't know. This is kind of how I've done it, and this is how I've always done it. So that's what keeps me going. I want to meet like-minded people in my area, but like on Twitter maybe instead.
Yeah.
My friends and making new friends is what keeps me going on it, because it's just like I never thought that I would hit affiliate, as I'd mentioned before, and like I broke down in my stream when I hit affiliate. Like I cried, and it's just I tried like laughing it off like it was, I didn't do very well at hiding it. But
Yeah.
I never thought I would get that far, and just the amount of like positivity that's like been thrown. It's just like it's something I really needed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, it happened to me in like my my last stream because I also recently hit affiliate, and like one of my friends like a few people like started like subscribing to me, and I like started like crying on stream because I was like so excited. I was like, the first time it happened, it was like I can't see the alerts. I only have one monitor. And my phone always like, I try to watch the chat from my phone, but like I can't see the alerts that are going on. So I had to like get off the game I was playing to see, because like I heard the noise. I'm like, that's a new noise. I've never heard that before. And it said like, it was like that someone had subscribed, and I was like so excited. And then I kept getting those. And like, it was like very overwhelming, but it was so like great at the same time. Like it's so cool to know that there's people who like watch and enjoy just like your personality, you know, like not like no one is influenced when they watch content like on like VTubing. No one cares about really well, some people care about your design, but like not what you actually look like. They don't care about what you look like because they don't know. So like a lot of the times it's very personality based, and I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, agreed.
I've cried on stream because of that kind of stuff too, so I feel that when I hit my first stream after I hit affiliate, all my friends gift sub bombed me.
Ooh.
And I was like in tears.
That happened to me too.
Yeah, my friend gift, like I think it was 3 of them, they like gift sub bombed me on day 1, and I was like playing ARAMs in League of Legends, like crying and like feeding, and it was so
every now and again they still do it.
Yeah, they're crazy, some of these people. In like a good way though. You're like, why are you doing this? And you're like crying, and you're like feeding in League of Legends, and it's like
multitask. Gotta multitask.
This community makes me happy.
It's lovely.
All the friends I have made along the way.
Yeah, I've always thought it was beautiful how like not only, so it's one thing for an internet community to be so accepting of one another, which is already like that's really fucking rare on the internet, but like everyone is so excited for one another to succeed, and like they'll like fall over heads over heels to like help one another, and like that's like you do not find that anywhere else on the internet. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to mention as well, like not on Twitch, so I can't hit that fun affiliate mark, but every so often I'll get like someone will mention like, hey, I watched your VOD and I really like this bit, and like I always like, I don't know, I freak out every time anyone mentions that they actually watch my stuff. Like what? Like little me?
That who? Yeah. Me? Like,
yeah.
You watched my VOD?
I remember the first like time I had the realization of like I looked back at my channel and saw that some of my older VODs from like a week ago, like I got like 15 views and I didn't do anything. Like what? Huh? Like are these bots? Surely no one's actually watching me, right?
I get that all the time. I just like look at the view count and I'm like, wait.
That can't
be
right.
Were those me looking at back to clip stuff? Like, it's crazy.
How many times did I rewatch my own thing?
Right? See, I've learned to just download the VOD and watch it on my desktop instead to pick out stuff. So gotta make highlights somehow. And I don't want to say that I've watched my stream the most. That's oops. God.
And oh, sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was gonna say, did anyone get that email at the end of the year saying like who your most watched streamers were?
No.
From Twitch. They did like a Spotify rewind kind of meme, but for like the channels you've watched, and I was my most watched channel, and I was like, no, I can't post this. I was just trying to clip stuff, right? So I would skip through my VOD all the time, and I don't have the attention span to watch streamers like consistently. So I probably have a couple hours here and there on everyone's streams, but I would skip through my own to try and clip stuff. And I guess because of that, it counted my viewing time as me. And I was like, no. Everyone's posting their stuff. I'm like, I'm not gonna say it. I didn't get one. Haha.
That's crazy.
It's embarrassing. I was like, oh, my life is over. time to retire.
Oh no.
That's it for me, y'all.
Yeah, it's like, peace. Thanks, gamers. Wonder if I still have it.
That was a good time to go back and post it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
So now you've told everyone, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Guess out of the
I'll
bag.
own it. Whatever, it's too late. The other one was Carefree, who's like notoriously someone. He would stream a lot of Valorant. Okay, I was trying to get a beta key.
Fair.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, I watched 10 hours of myself.
Fun.
Cringe.
Love that for you.
We should encourage self-watching bullying. only to me though.
You.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, you can bully me all you want.
Okay. Speaking of embarrassing memories, what?
Oh no!
What embarrassing memory keeps you up at night?
A lot, but right now there's this specific one.
Ooh.
I was in Japan with my dad and my sister, and my dad took us to this really nice sushi place, and we were sitting at the table talking about this QR code that was on the table, and so I grabbed my phone out to take a picture, and one of the sushi guys, he comes by and he sees what I'm doing, and he points at my phone, and then we all get confused because none of us speak Japanese. So I open up my phone, and my dad goes, "Maybe you want to see your phone case?" And I flip my phone case over, and it's this like Widowmaker, like soft BDSM phone case. And this Japanese guy looks directly and then we flip the phone back, and he like flips my screen and clicks the QR code reader thing, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's like not implied, but it's like, you know, it's like, it wasn't that bad, but it was enough for me to like not want to show it to people. But it was just like a solid phone case, right? And I didn't have any other ones at the time. So, and then my dad saw it, and then, you know, it was a bad situation.
Yeah.
And the worst part was I knew about the QR code reader. We were just talking about how you can read QR codes with your base camera now. And I was like, I'm never gonna live this down. It's over. My life's over. I stopped using that phone case after too. I bought a new one when I was in Japan. I was like, this is gone. I still think about it. That's the one that's getting me the most recently. I like lay in bed and I'm like, that guy saw my Widowmaker phone case. At like 2 a.m. I'm like,
guy you'll never see again. He saw it.
I don't even think I'll ever. I mean, I know exactly what sushi place it was. I'm not going back. He won't recognize me either, but you know.
Imagine you walk in.
Oh, Sugoi, Widowmaker! Sugoi! And I'm like, oh shit, it's over. I'll never go back to Japan.
I was helping my boyfriend's parents put up these like curtains, and they left, and they're like, can you do this on your own? And I didn't want to say no because I don't know, it was like the second time I'd ever met them. And I was like, yeah, I can, right? So I stood up on this like stool, and I'm like hooking it onto the thing, and his younger sister comes into the room, and she's just like, hey, how are you doing? I got so scared that my foot somehow, I don't know, caught on the curtain, and I fell off of it onto their couch, and it wrapped me up, so I was just like sitting on the ground. Like, it was the most like comedy movie worthy thing. It was so like it wouldn't have happened ever, right? And like I just wound myself up in it, and I just sat at the bottom, like I fell off the couch and onto their like wooden floor, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm completely wrapped up in this now broken curtain.
Oh no.
And then my boyfriend, his brother, his mom, his dad, and his grandmother was there. They all walked into the room, and they just stared at me, and I'm just on the ground, and his sister is laughing, and now I can't look any of that. Like I look at them, and like every time I go to their house now, they're just like, you know, I have a fun story, and they just tell anyone who hasn't heard about it yet. Oh no, so bad.
Oh,
Think about it. It's just like, it's one of the. It's like the meme is just like no one will believe that happened, and I just think about it, and I'm just like, the worst.
You're like, it's true, no one will.
Yeah, it's like so bad. I was like, damn.
Everyone's got that story that no one will believe, but you know it happened. Like you know it's true.
Yeah, it's like,
and you gotta try and tell it, and you're like, I swear, I promise, this really happened.
it's like, remember the bruise on my hip after I fell onto the ground, and that's what hit the ground first.
Oh no.
Oh.
Told my mom when I got home, and she was just like, that didn't happen. I was just like, it did, and it sucks. It did.
I have this bruise, Mom, please.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun.
yeah. I have to say, one of mine was like, it was like forever ago. But I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and we were just vibing, chilling in my room. I go to get up off the bed. I slip, I catch myself, but my butt falls onto the cat. I fart directly on the cat. And this cat like goes wide-eyed and then like zips the fuck out. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. My friend's just dying, and I'm just like, all I had to do was go to the bathroom, and then that happened.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
The cat. No.
The cat was fine. I caught myself, but like
The cat was still in the rain. Still in the rain on fire.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh my god. Mine was so my first like math class in college. So in high school I was good at math, so I was like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. And I get to college, it's like, oh fuck, I've made a huge mistake. So the very first test we had, I'm struggling with it, like it's kind of coming together, whatever. But like the atmosphere, you could tell like everyone was really struggling with it. Like it was super tense. It was so silent, like you could hear a pin drop. So I drink some water, and I don't know what it is about myself, but I can choke on just about anything. I've choked on my own spit. I choked on air. So it's completely silent, and you hear me just and like I'm usually pretty good when I choke on water. This time I wasn't, and just I all the water comes pouring out. It just drenches my shirt and my pants, and everyone in the room turns around to me. I'm like, I gotta finish the test. I gotta finish the test. So just head down. I'm not looking at anyone. I'm like, I fucking okay. Question 9. Here we come.
Covered in water.
At least it wasn't soda like coming out of your nose or anything. That is
Oh yeah.
It hurts so much.
Oh no.
I've had milk come out of my nose. It's not a good thing.
A lot of my friends, when I'm drinking something, they like to make me laugh at the worst second, and it just comes out everywhere. It's just like, oh god.
God. Now that we've all successfully cringed at ourselves, let's go on to something that we embrace about ourselves. What gave you inspiration on your VTuber character / persona? So I can
I have
actually
a lot.
answer. to this.
Yeah, you go, Monty. You go first. It's your turn to go first.
I'm so I'm a big old nerd. I love as you can tell with the book. I like books. I'm big into fantasy and Dungeons and Dragons. So I knew, like, people have always told me I swing wildly between like wholesome and like chaotic as fuck. So I was like, okay, what fits that better than a fairy? So I wanted to go for that. And like the visuals of Monty was very much, here's what I would look like if I had more confidence and if I looked cooler. And I'm always a little bit like proud of the Silana pun, because I think it's Scottish, Celtic mythology, fairies are split between the Seelie court, which is like more chaotic but still benevolent fairies, and the unseelie court, which are more malicious. So Seelie becomes Silana, and then bam.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either, and my persona is also a fairy, so...
I actually have ended up like falling into this like mini rabbit hole of like fairy VTubers, and it's really interesting to see how everyone like kind of puts their own spin on it, and it's really cool. Like this one, so I've always imagined Monty as like the size of an adult man, but this one VTuber, Dianco, goes out of her way to emphasize how small she is, like Tinkerbell size. So on her stream setup, she's behind a magnifying glass, and I thought that was the cutest thing.
Aww. That's actually really creative.
Both fairies,
Right.
ship them. No, Ray, no. Bonk, go to horny jail.
The JK. Oh, Ray.
For mine, I just asked my friends. I was like, hey, if I were a mythical creature, what would I be? And one of my friends said fairy, and then the other one said fairy, but like not the nice kind, the one that like snatches up kids. Don't know what that means.
Whoa.
Right? Yeah. I
What,
was
a
like,
compliment, maybe?
I don't know. So when I was talking to the person who drew Blurry for me, I was just like, make me a fairy that looks a little bit like she has like a plan on her mind, you know, because I did not want to be like, hey, make me look like a fairy that eats children. Like, I don't know how you would draw that anyway, but for the height thing, like my fairy character is much taller than I am in real life. Like, I wanted to make Blurry's like, in my mind, 5'10".
Ooh.
Which is not tall, but she's tall.
5'10's pretty tall.
Right?
That sounds pretty tall.
Yeah, I'm 5'7".
I am nowhere near 5'10" in real life. I'm not small, but I'm not quite average height in real life. So I don't know how tall I am. I actually don't remember. So, and maybe that's a good thing.
Oh, we have Chizuru in chat too as well. Hello. Dark and evil looking fairy. Aria, Sheikah, how about you?
So for me, it's more from, well, Sheikah comes from Zelda, the game series, and then Kitty has been my nickname for like ever. So I based my character off of my name, and then the inspiration of like the design, because the original outfit that I had, it was kind of like just plain, and then I was like, I want to do something more, fun, something that feels more me. So I went around and I like looked at a bunch of characters. I found Alvaro from Wand of Fortune. It's where the bandages came from and the long coat. And then I was like, well, I can also pull from Icto from Shugochara for the stomach showing. And then I obviously pulled from The Legend of Zelda as well, to keep to the like Sheikah form, but obviously turning it into something my own. So my little symbol is basically the Sheikah symbol, but minus the middle triangle, and then It's got a cattail.
Oh, I
And
didn't
it's
catch that. Bro,
little
yeah,
cat
'cause-
whiskers.
I see the cattail.
Oh,
Oh,
that's adorable. I really like that. Yeah, there's a lot of.
oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just looking at her right now. That's cute. That's cute.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Yeah, I've
So I
always.
just pulled all those elements.
Mm. Yeah, and that's I love how creative you can be with it, because I mean, even if it's just I'm gonna pull from all of these existing concepts, like what you end up with is very much you, and that's yeah, I think that's just so cool.
And I mean, I drew it all myself, so
Mm.
that also helps.
Oh, you
so-
did?
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
I have so much respect for people that can illustrate themselves. Like it's
I'm
so cool.
A self-taught artist, so
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
And-
it do be rough.
Mad
Yeah, I
respect.
definitely didn't draw my design, but all my stuff is sort of self-indulgent because this isn't technically a character. It's just more of like a persona.
Mm.
So I like I'm a sucker for goggles characters in anime and in
Mm.
video games and stuff. So that's where my good old. It was supposed to be goggles, but they turned into sunglasses in the modeling process. But that was okay. But I like Harajuku, like street fashion a lot. And there's this brand called Coloma, and they make these big parkas.
Mm.
And that's where I got the idea for like this big, like oversized baggy parka design.
Mm.
I just like their clothes, and like their stuff's like $600 a piece. So I was like, I'm never gonna get that, so I'll just make my own.
I like it.
And then I don't know, my hair's pink and blue in real life too.
Mm.
So that's where sort of the shade, like the pink and blue, came from. And then this is just self-indulgent.
I wish I could dye my hair purple like my characters.
It's so fun. The second you get a chance to do it, I recommend it. It's
Yeah.
liberating.
I've colored my hair so many times.
Mm.
I've been so many different colors, mostly in the blue section though.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
think I've been blue for like 6 years now. It's been real good. I feel weird if I don't have blue hair now.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to redo mine, but I want to
that's-
get my hair cut first for that.
Mm.
I couldn't not make my character blue. This is how it is.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I still live with my family, and they're on the more traditional side of things, let's say.
Mhm.
So it's like, man, I want to like some meaningful tattoos. I want to dye my hair, but it's like I can't. That's not a thing I can do right now. Ugh.
I actually have a tattoo.
Mm.
It's a fairy tale symbol.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
damn, it's a nice tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
See, Monty, I'm on the exact opposite end of you. My mom dyes my hair. My whole
Lucky.
family, we all got wasted, and we dyed my hair, and then we played beer pong. It was it was me, my mom, my sister, and my brother, and we all got smashed, and they dyed my hair pink and blue, and then we played beer pong. That's what that's what we did last summer. It was.
Beautiful.
I always tell people that story, and they're like, "You played beer pong with your mom?" And I'm like, yeah, dude, she smashed me.
Damn.
This should be an in-between between you and me, I think.
I drank with my mom before, so
Mm.
I feel it.
Mm.
It's
It
fun.
takes forever for me to get like smashed though.
Mm.
I
Lucky.
used to. I'm old
I'm a
now.
heavyweight.
Mm. I'm.
You lose it.
I'm also old.
Yeah, old people, rise up. Yes. Hello, fellow VTubers.
I'll just sit down.
Haha.
Mm.
It's okay. We still respect you in here.
Yes.
Thank
absolutely.
you.
I'm.
Imagine no respect for you.
Sit down, child.
The
The adults
boomers are talking.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
In the end, we're all VTubers, so I mean,
I
it's
was
alright.
gonna say we're all on the same level here.
Yep.
Your mom sounds cool, says Panthers.
Yeah, my mom's awesome.
Mm. Mm-mm.
We're trying to get her to play Smash Bros with us, but she won't until Professor Layton gets put in.
What?
So
Oh.
yeah, she says when Professor Layton gets added to Smash, she's legally obligated to play it. And we're like, okay, well, I'll keep writing to Nintendo.
Okay.
That's such a specific requirement.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom loves Professor Layton, so yeah.
I see.
She's like, he'd be so good in Smash Bros. I'm like, okay, mom.
You say so.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him, but I'll take her word for it.
My mom also plays a lot of games.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous.
That's actually how I got into video games.
Me
Ooh.
too.
Ooh.
Also comics
Yeah.
Yeah, the cool moms.
and anime. Wow, I just realized my mom got me into everything I'm into.
We stand cool moms here.
100%.
Mm.
Cool
My mom-
mom appreciation stream.
Heck yeah.
My mom's cool, but we do not have any of the same interests. My mom's very sports buff.
Mm.
And I am definitely I play volleyball. That's it. That's my draw where I draw the line. And then, but like, yeah, she definitely wouldn't dye my hair. She allowed me to dye it brown. I was originally blonde, and like that was a step forward for her. She was cried when I went to the place to like dye it. I'm like, Mom, it's like it's just a different shade. Like it's just a little bit darker. It's hair. She's like, I know, but you don't look the same anymore. I'm like, okay. I tried to teach her the WASD keys on the keyboard, and she got so frustrated that she had to go out for a drive.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So yeah. Mom's cool, just not in the same way your guys' is.
No, mine isn't either. She like the first time she touched a like an actual smartphone was like 2 months into quarantine. She was just so bored, and she was like, all right, just give me like teach me how to Facebook. What does TikTok look like?
Oh my god.
Yeah. She spends all of her time playing this one very specific Facebook game. I forget what the genre is called, but it's the like you shoot the bubbles up in like a hex grid, and you have to match
like
three.
Bubble Bobble or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's this one very specific ripoff, but she like that is all she plays day in day out for the entirety of the pandemic. And you know what? I'm happy for her.
Hell yeah.
Where me and my brother are trying to get her into like different games, but like nope, it's just that one.
Just not Bubble Bobble.
Nothing else hits the same.
It's true.
Okay. So moving on to a spicier question. Have you ever had an identity crisis?
Yo, I had one last night.
I love it. Ooh.
I lay in bed and I think about rebranding every other week. Yeah. But I'm not gonna. I just think about it. It's like I want to make a male VTuber avatar and stream like that. But it's a little I have a whole story. It's so stupid. I just lay in bed and I think about this boy that I've created in my head. Well, I'm not gonna do it, but I had one last night. I was like, but what if I was a male VTuber?
You could be both. I know there are a few VTubers that just like swap in between. I know like Europa U has too.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And I think he goes by male pronouns, but in his debut he had both male and female VTubers, and he just like swaps between them as he sees fit, and it's like that. That's so cool.
That's kind of a vibe, actually. I like that.
Yeah. Go for it. Also, it sounds like you put a lot of effort and thought into this. So like, you could.
It's so weird. I like creative writing and stuff in my spare time. So I think I could think up a character in like 30 minutes with a backstory. I want to do auto-tune.
Ooh.
A full auto-tune android robot boy.
Go for it.
I think it would be cute.
So
I have not had an identity crisis.
good. They're not fun.
No, they're not. I don't recommend it.
I mean, being transgender, it's already a problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dysphoria. So that's a fun time. But I mean, character-wise, not really, because it's basically everything about me smushed together into a person.
Makes sense. Monty, what about you? Do you ever have an identity crisis?
So as Monty, no, but as the person behind Monty, and God, I'm cringing already. I told you this before, but the person behind Monty used to be a big old asshole.
Oh yeah. I remember this.
So I basically like never learned any social skills, which is where the social anxiety comes from. But like growing up, I was the biggest incel you could think of. Like it was bad. It was I still cringe about it. But and it like it took me an embarrassing long time to like wean off of it. And there was this not quite come to Jesus moment of like, oh, that's why I didn't have any friends. I was just an asshole my whole life. This is wild. Yeah. Like the things I've done. So like I've ruined so many friendships, and it was just like, oh, it's obviously they left because like they weren't good enough for me or whatever. And it's just no.
That was 13-year-old me.
No, see here.
It takes a lot to admit that though, and I respect that.
Yeah, thank you. See, here's the thing that I was that up until like 22 or 23. So like a real embarrassingly long time to come around. I mean, I'm glad I finally did come around, but oh man. Yeah. The beautiful thing of that is, if you ever like hate who you were, then that means you're in a better spot here. So like
Oh, that's so true. I like that.
Well, guess I'm in a better spot then.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Hell
I understand that. I was like, maybe I did. I don't know. I was like a huge bully, like years back, but I didn't realize I was. My anger issues were like super, super bad, and but like then I like a few years later, I was just like, maybe I shouldn't suck so much, and then like I worked on it. But every now and then I still see people who like knew me how I was back then, and they like bring it up, and it's like the worst. It's like,
yeah,
dude, I've changed. Can you please like recognize that? But some people just don't want to.
I feel that.
That makes sense, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's crazy to think that the last time you made an impression on someone could be something that you're completely not now.
Yeah. 13-year-old me was a psychopath.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like
Middle school me was so cringe.
Yeah. I thought everyone hated me, so I was like, I'm gonna hate everybody else back. It's like, no, what's wrong with you? Stop.
I was the Naruto running weeb.
Oh, I used to do that too.
Yeah, that was me. I was from a small redneck town, so I was like one of 3 people that did it. So but a decent target. It was like one of those everyone knows everyone kind of places. So
yeah, I had a lot of
one of
problems that I didn't want to admit that I had problems. I was one of those kids.
Dude.
Like, because I had been through so much in my life that it's just like, a lot of people don't believe how I've gone through everything and I'm the way I am now, but like, I used to deal with it completely different and took it out on everybody else.
Do you have that kind of instance where you like tell a story and then people are like, what the fuck? And you're like, is that not how people do things?
Yeah.
I have so many of those kinds of moments. Like, ask Monty. I say stuff and people are like, what the hell? And I'm like, yeah, that's just how we do.
I've even had people ask me how I'm still alive. So it's just like, whoa, well, I don't know if that's a compliment or...
Thanks.
It's like, oh, okay, whoops.
Right? Like, well, now I know.
Yeah.
the more you know meme.
That's my big fear of streaming is I'm gonna tell a story. People be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'll be like, "Oh, is that not what people do? Like, is that not how it works in the real world?"
I mean, we're all people in the end, so like we're gonna have mistakes. We're not like perfect, right?
Yeah.
Like anything like that.
Yeah, I've heard some good advice with that of like because you know when you go out and meet people, you always worry of, oh, what if I look weird? Well, everyone's weird. Everyone is some flavor of weird.
Which I am weird.
You just have to find like the people who vibe with your weird.
That's people who vibe with your weird. Dang.
Yeah.
That's so true. I like that
Taste my
too.
soul.
Right? Yeah. Put it on a
Learn a lot of
t-shirt.
life lessons here. Monty merch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes.
Like a big hat.
Like the merch.
All right.
Link in bio.
So I keep forgetting to like put up my Streamlabs, but I could have like plugged that just then.
Logan Paul, buy that merch. Buy that merch.
All right. Okay. So onto a sweeter question. What are your thoughts on debuts? And this is like also like, how did your debut go? Are you going to debuts? So on and so forth. I personally I wanted my debut to be perfect, and that gave me so much stress that I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna start streaming as Monty. I'm playing Apex. I hope people watch. And I sometimes I feel like I dodged the bullet.
I hear from a lot of obviously there's not like, I don't, if you want to debut in your own way, you debut, but I've heard a lot of like negative stuff about it, because it's like you get so much press from that in that one debut stream, and like a bunch of people see it, and then like it kind of discourages you, because like it's this like big event, and it's this like great, it's like a grand opening. You're not going to get as much press after the grand opening as you so like I heard of a lot of people who did debut, like they got really like discouraged when their numbers like dropped view wise, even though it was like still a pretty good view count. It just like it wasn't like in quotations as good as like the original. So yeah, like I understand debuting, like it could be really hard on like mentally.
It's a number inflator, I've noticed. I didn't debut. I got my model done in September, and then I started streaming. And then I didn't. First of all, I wasn't in VTuber Twitter at the time, right? So I kind of just jumped in and I went, I'm streaming, and then I made my Twitter. I forgot the password to it, so that didn't help. But I got access back to it in like this November, December-ish, and then yeah. But no, I've never debuted, and I don't plan on it, just because I don't want to put the thought in my brain that, you know, that's it. This is the as big of the stream as I'm gonna get, and I don't want people to just like see me for the day and then that's it.
Yeah.
I like the concept of steady growth is more appealing to me than bam, instant, everyone's there, and then no one's there.
Yeah. Just sucks. Kind of. Oh, sorry, interrupted.
You're fine. Continue.
I feel bad for the people who did it that way, and then like I've seen like one or two people like quit because it discouraged them so much.
Dang.
Like it's like all of these numbers, and then their average view count is nowhere near that high, and it kind of sucks to see, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't like debuted or anything. I don't even know what to do for it.
Yeah, so. I don't even know what a debut is, so I'm not gonna lie.
Kind of the same.
At this point,
I'm seeing it everywhere, and I'm like,
I'm too afraid to ask at this point. Like,
pretty much, yeah.
I don't know what a debut is.
A slideshow or something. And then
so I had even asked it on Twitter and like got like some pointers, but even then I'm like,
Yeah, I think
What-
I think it's a
what group?
PowerPoint about you.
Yeah,
This
and
is my impression.
I know a lot of people use it to like kind of build their lore, because a little bit of what like kind of pulls people into VTubers versus just regular streamers is like the character you create. Like I've had a lot of people ask like, oh, what's like Monty's backstory? And I was like, I don't, I didn't write much.
Like, haha, fairy.
I have some like I was gonna do this like really big dramatic thing, and I still want to, but that'll probably be for like a 3-month or 4-month anniversary sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean I can see the like the fun lore dump where like you get people invested in the character. And I do want to write a lot for Monty and like be really creative with it, but yeah, there's so much like kind of stress around it because like it is very much like you get one shot to make that first impression, and if you screw it up, you're gonna regret it. I mean, even if you don't like no one really like pressures you, I feel like I'm the kind of person that like I'm so perfectionist, I would regret, like I would see all of those tiny flaws and be like, I could have done better, and like I don't know, I didn't need that kind of stress these past few months.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Yeah, no, I don't know. The debut thing it's a lot, and as someone with no lore, you know, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage. They're like, what's your story? I'm like, gamer.
That's it.
I like electronic music. I am a gamer.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
My character doesn't really have like. Sometimes I come up with like cool lore because I like free creative writing on my free time. But like I'm not someone different when I stream. Like it's just the same, but like I have this character and I have a different name, like to separate streaming from like my actual life. But like I don't have some like in-depth story behind it really. It's just, yeah, so like if I were to debut, there would be nothing to debut about.
Like fairy.
I have a little bit of lore, and I've
Sorry.
been like working on it with a friend of mine. But like I don't have much because I wanted to keep the elements to them being me still, because I don't want to be somebody I'm not.
Well, I've seen a few debuts where it is very much just them, like their interests, their I don't know, like the foods and the anime and the games they like. So I think debuts can just mostly be you, but with like a little bit of like you know, kind of VTuber sprinkled into there. But yeah, there's so much like expectation surrounding them, especially from like bigger, more bombastic debuts. So it's like I don't know, it's in a weird spot.
It's like you're the ice cream, and then the VTuber model is just your like sprinkles that you throw on.
Okay, so let's move on to a spicy question. Actually, our last for this for an interview. If you had a conversation with yourself from 10 years ago, what would pass? Oh, how do you think that would go? What would pass you be proud? Would pass you be proud? Wow, really struck with that. I'd mentioned before, I hate Pass Me.
Yeah, you think Monty would beat up past him on sight?
He's such an asshole. He's such a jerk. I think Pass Me would. He'd like logically be like, oh, you're in a better spot. You might not be like the dreams that I was hoping for, but like I think he'd be accepting, and I think current Monty would just beat up past Monty because like, fuck him.
Full on throwing hands.
Oh, nerd. I don't know. I don't really remember Past Me. I'm not gonna lie. I have like very, very bad memory loss. I don't really remember anything, which is why I tell all the same stories over and over again. But I do know that when I was 6 or 5, apparently when I was in kindergarten, I did like a what I want to do as a when I'm a grown up thing, and I drew myself as a blue-haired rock star. So I'm kind of there.
Yeah.
You got the blue hair.
Great ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to electronic music now, not so much guitar, but you know, I'm getting there. Maybe. I mean, I know Weeaboo Middle School me would be excited about the anime girl, but because there's like, you know, look at me, I'm finally a stylish anime girl like I always wanted to be. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think past me would beat up current me on site in comparison.
No.
Like, past me would be like, why are you so quiet now? And just like well, I'm not quiet, like, but like, still anxious.
More reserved.
Yeah. I'm an extrovert when I'm with people I know. Like, I'm definitely like, if I know about like a group of people, I am the loudest one there for sure. But like approaching a new group of people, I'm not. Unless someone in my group of friends is more anxious than I am. I don't know why. It's like I'm anxious until someone else is more anxious than me, and then I'm queen. I don't understand it. But yeah, past me would beat up current me on site just because I looked funny, you know?
Dang.
That's just who I was, sadly.
Are you bigger than past you at least? Could you?
Am I bigger than past me?
Yeah.
In height, yes, but in body mass, no.
I was like, could you take yourself in a fight? That's the big question.
Yeah, I could. It depends. I'm much more like pacifist than I was back then, but like I could probably hit past me where it hurts. Like, I know exactly where I would hit.
You gotta put past you in a chokehold. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, because I developed hip problems.
Egotistical.
The sleeper hold.
I developed hip problems growing up, so I just aim for the hips, you know? I'm gonna hit you in the problems you don't even know you have yet.
Oh my god. Yo.
Maybe I still need to work on myself.
Identity crisis is coming up right now, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know, I need to have an identity crisis on call, no thanks. We don't need that here right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 10 years ago, I think I'd be more, past me would be more disappointed that I wasn't further ahead where I wanted to be. And on top of like, also just, I don't think past me would do very well knowing some of the stuff I've been through, because I took pride in being like the opposite of some of those things. Like, I thrive to like do better and be different from something that I went through. Like, because it's something that has happened like in my family repeatedly, and like I wanted to be that one person, be like, no, it's not gonna happen to me. And that's what broke me. It was like something that happened to me 6 years ago, so like still pretty far ahead. But definitely would be disappointed in a lot of things. Past me would.
Yeah, well, you gotta remember, you know, past you,
always expected more.
Yeah, but also like they had such a younger mentality.
Yeah.
I often think about this because I'll ask myself the question of like, if I could go back in time and change something, like what would I do? But that always kind of goes back to like past me made the decision that he thought he thought he was making the right decision with their very flawed mentality, and there's kind of no getting around that. I don't know.
Yeah, 10 years ago me got lucky because that's like quite a bit after I mellowed out from being angry all the time. Otherwise I probably would have beat myself up. Past me beating current me.
Yeah, everyone's beating each other up in this call.
we stay in violence in this interview.
Also, I think the one part that they would be proud of is coming out of my shell and actually like opening up about like being transgender, because that's something that was only like just like last year. Shit, like 2 years ago, like a year or two, that I came out to everybody about it. I don't know. I lose track of time.
Yeah, quarantine time.
Yeah.
Who knows how long ago that was?
Right.
Not even with just quarantine, just like even before. It's just like days meld together and it just exists now.
You've been wearing the same shirt for 3 days and you have no idea. That's actually. Might have called myself out.
Oh no!
Say that's not very specific.
I've heard something that really helps with that, like do something different every day, and even if it's just like trying new foods, but then at least like you have something distinctive every day.
That's true.
I started a journal some years ago because I ended up kind of like feeling the same rut of like every day kind of blends together, and I'll look back at like what even did I do last week. So I just started writing out like everything notable that happened that day, and it's kind of helped. I get it like a weird thing where like if I'll feel like I waste days, and that will really get me down. So that's been really good for my mental health.
I mean, a lot of it has to do with like depression for me,
Fair.
and getting the motivation even just to get out of bed is hard sometimes. And that on top of it, I have insomnia, so just I'm either sleeping or I'm not sleeping, and I'm just screaming or crying or passed out in my bed. So. Internally screaming, of course.
Important distinction.
Right as you're about to get off the call, we just hear a scream in the background.
We go, Me too.
But like, just between that and then like, just motivation is really hard sometimes. And then my wrist on top of it when it comes to like writing things down and stuff like that, because I've injured it twice. Technically 3 times. I was in a car accident that reactivated like the fracture.
Jeez.
And it happens to be the one that I draw and write with because I'm left-handed. And just my doctor literally told me that if I keep injuring it, it's gonna get to the point where I won't even be able to like draw or anything.
Oh,
damn.
So every time I draw something, it's going to hurt, but I'm doing what I can while I can.
Dang, I respect that.
Damn.
the hustle.
Yeah. Gotta do what you can to keep your dreams up.
Yeah, and I wanted to be a manga artist, so hearing that, it like just like shut me down, because it was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to college, do all this stuff, and then it's just like, hey, guess what? You can't do it anymore. It's just like, oh.
Yeah.
So I kind of lost like what I wanted to do.
A little bit of a slap in the face.
And then I was like, well, because of some things that I went through, maybe I'll go into like FBI work. And then at the same time, I'm like, do I have the motivation to do that?
So will you be someone's designated FBI agent? Is that like your...
I'm thinking more like the psychology, like going into like...
That's cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kind of think like Criminal Minds, kind of like that.
I was like,
yeah,
I'd let you be my designated FBI agent.
Yeah.
No question.
Just stocking all your Google searches and stuff.
I'd be like, man, I out of milk. She just showed up with a jug of milk. No, you got me.
Yep, I got you.
Everybody gets one.
Change your shirt.
Yeah, right. Oh, dang.
It's been like 5 days. Change it.
Buddy, it's been 5 days. Can't keep wearing the same pajama shirt. It's how it works.
Damn.
Dang.
I do be needing one of those, I think.
Just so like a daily reminder to yourself. Changing your shade.
Honestly, I forget taking just like medication and stuff like that as well. So it's just.
Yo, I take meds too. I bought one of those old person like weekly.
I had one too.
They're so helpful. I wasn't even ready for it.
Nope, I still forget.
Oh my god! I keep it on my computer so I see it all the time.
Yeah, well, I have my drawing tablet up on my desk now, so it's like a third monitor, so it's literally hiding everything behind it.
Ugh. And then we'll go ahead and cool off with our last question for the interview. This one is a sweet one. Aside from VTubing, what are your hobbies? And I think everyone here has mentioned creative writing, which makes me very happy. Not that I feel bad because I write a lot and then I'll go through it and be like, this is terrible. No one can see this. This will never see the light of day. So none of it's, very little of it is out there in the internet.
Mood. I'm an original a character creator. Basically, I can think of so many scenarios, so many situations. I just can't put it into a world. I'm like,
the amount of times I've tried to like write something, but I just like it's like I can think of all of the things that like correlate, but I just don't know how to describe things.
Yeah.
Especially action stuff. Like, can't do it. It sucks, and especially when it's like so many things come to my brain. Like I wish I could draw. I've been trying. I always try to learn how to like actually draw well, or at least to the point where I'm like, that doesn't look horrible. But I just like, I don't know why, but my brain is just like, you weren't good at it the first try. You're just not gonna do it at all.
Oh my god, that's a mood.
Yeah, even someone like me who's been drawing since, oh god, I don't even know how many years anymore. Like, just, it's still hard to do, especially because I started in anime style. My first problem, because if you start in realism, it's easier to do anime style from what I've heard, but like, I did the opposite. I can't do realistic versus anime because that's what I started and it's what I taught myself to do, and I was just like, I could try to do more realism, but like I'm not, because of the perfectionist in me, I'm not happy about it. I'm like, no, this is garbage. It's never gonna be seen.
I picked up DJing in the quarantine because I've been like, I've always wanted to do it. Like I used to like, when I go to Tokyo, there's this club I go to all the time, and they play like anime sets and stuff. Like they do anime song remixes and everything. And I went in it's called Mogra. I went in 2016 or 2017, and I was like, I've never left a building more I've left a building more inspired, but it was also an electronic music inspiration. And with quarantine happening, I was like, I got all this money that I used for traveling. I'm gonna buy a fucking DJ controller. So I bought one. It's hard. You need 2 audio outputs. I didn't realize I only have 1. So I've been single track mixing, and it's hard. It's so hard because I can't hear when the beats are going and the other song to blend it through. But it's so fun. Like, I'm gonna try and get more into it. I'm thinking about doing some like Discord screen share DJ sets sometime to practice, but it's probably one of the most fun I've ever had. This is like, I never thought I'd find a hobby that I would actually like pick up and then enjoy completely and then keep pursuing it, because I've like, I started drawing and I didn't finish anything with that. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and I buy all the stuff, and then I do it twice, and I'm like, I'm bad at this. I'm not gonna bother anymore. So the fact that, I don't know, I finally get to do my electronic music any song dream remixes, hit diff.
I thought about picking the guitar back up too, because I used to play it, but like it was with my grandmother before she passed away, and so just like after losing her, it really like
it hurts.
threw me down. It's just like, but I want to pick it back up because like it's something that she taught me and something we did together, and I want to keep that like being a part of me. It's just finding the motivation to get up and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Uni, hello. Oh, but I did want to say, yeah. So I've been like trying to pick up instruments more in quarantine. I have a kalimba and I can play all of 2 songs. His theme from Undertale and the ending like credit song for Avatar: The Last Airbender, Avatar's Love. It's so good. But I'm real bad at it. And I also have an electric keyboard that I'm trying to get good at. And I'm learning Watami's Lullaby. And for a little bit, I was going to be like, okay, well, like I'll teach myself how to play, and I'll record it, and I'll put it on YouTube or something, just so I can be proud of it. But then when I was recording, it was like, no, I'm actually garbage. This is terrible. No one can hear this. But yeah, I gotta keep practicing. I think it ended up being something I have a lot of passion for, but I just like never put in the time.
It's hard to get the motivation to actually put in the time towards things like that. I don't know. Like I own a ukulele. It's not in tune.
Oh no.
It sounds so bad. Oh, it's the worst. Just yeah. I don't know. It like actually makes me want to cover my ears when I like. But every now and then I'll just take it out of my closet and I'll just play it. I have a kazoo over there. My mom was gonna get married next year, but because of COVID, she didn't want the like uncertainties of that. And she bought, instead of playing like "Here Comes the Bride" down the aisle, she was gonna play that song, but we had to play it on kazoos as she came down the aisle. Like everyone in the all the guests. And she's decided not to get married next year now, and she doesn't know what she's gonna actually do for the wedding, so she's getting rid of the kazoos. So now I just have like over 200 kazoos in my house. It's so many, and it's like, it's funny though. It's like just randomly, I gave them to a bunch of friends, and they'll just play them. I've like one of the teachers saw like one of my friends holding a kazoo, and a big problem at my school is like vaping.
Vaping is a problem.
Pardon?
I said vaping is a real problem. Like it's unfortunate.
Yeah. And she put the kazoo in her pocket, and one of the vice principals at the school she marched over and she goes, "Is that what I think it is?" And my friend was so nervous, and she like pulled out her pocket. She's like, "Kazoo?" It was just a kazoo. But so badly, I just wanted to say to her, like, bro, like, go pick on the real criminals.
Yeah.
Like
if she take a fat rip on the kazoo,
right? If she turns around, if she just turned around and walked like behind her at like 30 paces, there's a hangout where everyone vapes and smokes and stuff. So it's like the smokers' corner, and it's not hidden or anything. So why are you picking on some random kid who's not even? It's a fucking kazoo. It's a kazoo.
Dude.
Like, it's funny though.
Oh.
It's just funny pulling out the kazoo every now and then and just playing a tune that I don't know how to play on it.
Beautiful.
I always get stupid random bursts of motivation to practice a hobby, and then it like goes away. So I have like 3 hours of like, I need to do this immediately, or I will run out of motivation.
I always get it when I'm out too, and like I can't do the thing. Like I'll be in my head, I'll be like, when I get home, I'm gonna play because I have a piano. I'm gonna play that piano. I'm gonna learn a song on it. I get home and I'm just like, dang, it's gone.
Oh no.
The worst.
I wake up to new music and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking learn how to remix shit. And then I like get up and I'm like, I'm a little tired. Okay.
Yeah,
I've never been more motivated in my life than when the new Porter Robinson song came out. I listened to it for like 30 hours on repeat, and I just jammed.
Mm.
I missed those days of 2 weeks ago or whatever.
Missed those days of 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Long stretched out timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so much respect for people that like have actual discipline. Because I'm much the same. I have ADHD, so I get the hyperfixations real bad. Of like I think it was just like a week ago. I had this like brilliant idea for a short story, and I was like, if I had the dedication, I could write this out and like put this on like Archive Our Own or something, or like I have this big grandiose plan of releasing a book one day, and it's like this could be it. I just have to like actually sit down and write. And of course, by the time I get to my computer, it's like I want to play video games now.
I want to be like, I'm not feeling this anymore, actually.
Yeah. It's like, that was still like 20 minutes ago.
Right? I have the ADHD hyperfixations too, I feel you. I got lots of merchandise of things that I was into like 4 weeks ago that I'm, I was like, it's okay now. Like, I got so excited though. I bought a $700 JoJo figure.
Wow, damn.
So now it's just sitting here, and it's beautiful, and I love him. But I'm just like, I can't reread part 7 for my whole. I mean, I could actually. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
I have a Hanzo figure from Overwatch.
The big giant one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Widowmaker one.
And like my cat kept chewing on it, so I had to like box him back up.
Oh, that's an expensive figure. Yeah, you don't want to let your cat chew on that.
I was like, cat, no.
Widowmaker's up on like she's like up. I have her elevated.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of up space, so.
They're so beautiful.
They really are.
I end up wasting so much of my money on books. So and you can tell this because I'm wearing a hardcover book, but I have a massive like love of hardcover books, like the kind of tomes that you would imagine like a wizard would carry. So
you got those like. Are you like into like the book smell too? Is that like
absolutely
what gets you?
Yes.
I was gonna say yeah.
It is a drug. But so behind me is like this like really big library of just tons of books. I don't have time to read them, and even if I do have time, I just like I'll look over at them like, yeah, but I could do like anything else.
Monty be like, right. I own every book, but I've never read a book.
Reading is for nerds.
You got Monster Hunter, dude. You can't read.
It's true.
The new book smell. Oh, sorry, that just like made me reminisce.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, book smell.
Book smell is this.
I don't even read books, and I like book smell.
Yeah, same.
I love books. I have so many. I already need like another bookshelf. I have 2.
Ooh. I'm jealous.
I bought a couple like video game lore books and I never read them.
Ooh.
But like they have the book smell. I was like, I wish I could like buy the book and then read it on my phone. I don't know what it is. I don't want to crack the spine on it.
Yeah, I've got some that like are like portfolios for like games and stuff like that, like showing like the art and stuff.
Yeah.
And just, like, all of them are in Japanese. I'm like, I can't read any of this.
Pretty book.
I bought it in a language I can't read.
Hey, that's how you gotta do it.
That's how I'm supporting my favorite animes and stuff.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I bought the like 700-page League of Legends lore book. I'm like, I'm never gonna read this, but it's got pretty pictures of Yasuo inside of it, so it's worth the money. Like,
I was so happy when they came out with that Legend of Zelda, the first encyclopedia.
Oh,
that giant one.
Yeah.
That thing is thick and heavy.
Yeah, and I have multiple times I've gone down the rabbit hole of like I'll buy a book and then also get an Audible and only listen to it. So then like did I buy the book as a trophy? Like what am I doing?
To look at it and smell it.
Touch it. Be like, this is very nice. It will look great on my shelf.
And that's all it's gonna do.
It's like people that buy fake flowers. It's the same energy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Use
it's
them
like,
for
what is-
decoration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Book aesthetic.
It's a pretty good
Tumblr.com.
aesthetic.
To be
Mm.
fair,
I
it's
have
like
so many
when you
books that
receive
I
like
haven't read
roses
them
on
all.
Valentine's Day. It's like, yep, these are gonna die in a couple of days.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you're here for.
You do it for the look, TM. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm,
Mhm.
Yeah.
mhm. Ooh,
You're here
I
to look
love-
pretty for a few days and then be discarded.
Yeah, that's what figures are for too. You just buy them to look pretty. They don't do anything.
I collect so many figures, stickers, and pins.
Yeah, I have a cork board with a bunch of.
This is why I love going to conventions.
I miss conventions, man.
I like to make
Always
Ito
fun.
bags as a hobby.
Mm.
So I'm waiting for the. I have this one that I'm making a Mirage Apex Legends Ito bag right now.
Oh, nice.
He's so cute.
Mm.
I always wanted to do that, but like a friend of mine, she got one of those bags, and like apparently it doesn't do well with water.
Oh no.
Like one of her water bottles bursted in it. And
Oh.
it ruined everything.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful with them.
Mm,
I have a Winston one too, like from Overwatch. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a pink bag with like ribbons on it, and it's just full of Winstons.
That's adorable.
It's so funny. It's a talking piece, but the strap snapped off of it, so
Oh.
No.
mm.
I gotta sew it back together. It's so funny though.
Sewing.
To bags, 10 out of 10. I do recommend them. Make an
Mm.
insert for it though, so you don't poke holes in the actual backpack.
Mm,
Mm.
You can put it on a cardboard and then you just slide it in. It's so much better that way.
mm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna make an Ito bag, but if you ever do,
I
that's how you
might.
do it.
It's something I've wanted to do.
Yeah, you get like cardboard and you cover it in fabric and then you pin them through the cardboard, and then you slide it in. It makes the
Lord knows
backpack
I have enough
solid.
fabric from cosplaying.
Yeah, right.
I
All
miss
that
cosplaying.
extra white you got. I have so much extra white
White, don't you mean
fabric.
extra black?
I have so much extra white fabric. It's not even funny.
I have a lot of black fabrics.
Mm,
Yeah, hey, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Works with every kind of bag.
mm.
Yeah. Black
So
and
if
white
you
are
do
like
it,
the
stuff
good
like
ones
that.
for all the stuff.
Yeah.
Mm. Panther's in chat saying, learn a new language could be a new hobby. I picked up Japanese Duolingo for the express reason of being able to understand Japanese VTubers.
Yeah, I
Um,
want to
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Mhm.
Among
Oh
other
yeah.
languages.
It's I grew up like so my parents are Chinese and they've tried teaching me Cantonese and it's failed spectacularly like my entire childhood. So then again to high school and Spanish is a required course and I failed that as well. So I just assumed like I can't learn any language, but Duolingo did it. I don't know. It's I definitely recommend checking that out.
Wow. Okay.
I'm like I'm nearing like 90-day streak. It's
Hell yeah.
yeah. You just have to fear the email, the constant emails and notifications. That's like, hey, get your streak on right the fuck
Third,
now.
like,
Yeah.
I'm outside your window.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm watching you. You should be on Duolingo. Come
No,
on.
everyone's
Mhm.
FBI agent's the Duolingo owl. That's what we learned today.
Exactly.
Mm,
I've been trying to learn languages ever since I was a kid, and I
mm.
don't remember anything. I took German, I did Japanese. I'm technically supposed to speak French, but you know, baguette. That's all I got.
Same.
The plagues would be that's the problem of being Canadian. Sometimes I look at a bottle and I'll be like, "What the hell is this?" And I'll turn it around. I'm like, "Oh, I was on the French side." Like it was
All the time.
all the time. I'm like,
My
"What the
friends are
hell?"
always talking about how they have to learn Spanish, and I'm just like, as a Canadian, French
right.
here.
For some reason, in my like where I live, every year behind me was the one that mandatory I had to learn French. So I would like move up a grade, and then the grade that I was just in was the one that they pushed the forced curriculum on that. So I missed it by a year every time.
Mm.
So
Oh,
I
see.
only know like home baguette. That's it. Merci.
Mm.
That's all I
I-
got.
I had to take it for years, and I finally like convinced my parents to like let me drop it because I just don't want to anymore. Just don't want to.
Monolingual gang.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, especially because it's not like France French, it's Quebec French. And I'm sorry.
Not Quebec French.
Yeah, it's Quebec French. I'm sorry.
No.
But like, no. Like, I'm only gonna use that in Canada. And I'm like, you can get by in Canada without knowing any French.
That's
at
true.
all, even in Quebec.
Yeah, I've been to Quebec. I
went to Quebec and I just spoke English to everyone I met and it wasn't a problem. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, there's next to no French here where I am.
Yeah, like we've a little bit. Well, we have a lot of French. They like to make you think they have more French than we do here.
That's true. There's just a
We
lot of
don't.
French because it's on all of our products.
Exactly. It's like we're trying so hard to look like it's just like, look how many things we're doing. It's like, we're not. Stop it. Stop trying to say
I
that
don't know
we
what
are.
this means. I'm like,
They really advertising, but it's like, no.
Awesome.
languages is hard.
Yeah,
Even English is hard.
yeah. I mean, honestly, like once I started learning Japanese, like the Japanese pronunciation, it just made way more sense than English to the point where I'd go back to English pronunciation. It's just like, why
this?
why any of this? Have you seen the shoot, what was it? There's this, I think it's like a Vine, or otherwise short video, but it's this one non-native English speaker angrily saying like, why is it Arkansas and not Arkansas?
Oh, yeah.
America, explain.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Why is this Kansas and this is not Arkansas? I've seen that. I've seen that one. I love that one.
English is terrible. Objectively
Arkansas.
terrible.
Arkansas. That has a better ring to it, honestly.
I think
It's our Kansas.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's.
Hey,
Isn't it like actually illegal? Like it's there. I don't know if it's illegal, but like there is an actual law of like, hey, it's Arkansas, not Arkansas.
Arkansas? Hey, if there's a New York, where's Old York? That's a question I got.
Isn't that in England or
That's
someone
just
in
York.
UK? Well,
That's just York.
yeah,
Where's
but
Old York?
York is old York.
Where's present York?
oh, true.
Asking the real questions here.
Yeah, right? So stupid.
And on that note, thank you everyone for coming to interview. This was really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for agreeing to this. I know I started these interviews because I know I'm super introverted and I need to like force myself into social situations. But that seems to like ring true for much of the VTuber scene. Yeah, of like, I mean, an interview, that's it's a lot, putting yourself out there. So thank you for agreeing to this. This is fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah,
for having me as well.
Absolutely. So do any of you have any announcements for like upcoming streams or otherwise fun things that viewers might be interested in?
Well, I mean, I have a stream that's coming up like right after this, so
Yo.
literally jumping from this into a stream. So
Oh damn.
yeah, it's gonna be a collab with Phasmophobia. So.
It's
Hey, scary game.
I like it.
Yep.
It's moments like this I really wish I was on Twitch so I could just like raid you after this, but I will set that up eventually.
You gotta get with it, Monty.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
But
I think I'm playing retro games on Tuesday. I'm like
Nice.
kind of hovering towards maybe Super Smash Bros. Melee or like Wind Waker, the old one. That's probably I'm gonna play Overwatch though. Let's be real.
Fair.
Dang, I miss playing Overwatch. I haven't been able to play because I only have it on my Xbox.
You're not missing out.
My PC's plugged in. I can't play my Xbox right now.
Oh, you're not missing out. Overwatch bad.
4,000 hours.
It gets,
Yeah,
it gets really toxic.
Oh yeah, like I just avoid on like voice calls in Overwatch entirely.
I had a bad ranked game. Avoid like half my team when I went for another ranked game. It's so bad. If your name's Based God, I will avoid you. That's all I gotta say.
I love it.
Very fair.
Worst Hans I've ever played with.
Blurry, do you have anything fun coming up?
I'll probably stream Tuesday. Probably Minecraft. That's like all I stream. Because I don't know. That's like all I have. I am broke.
Oh no,
I have no money. So yeah, but it's fun. A lot of people just watch me fail at Bed Wars because like I play things and I haven't been good at a single game I've ever played, ever.
Oh, no.
Never. I'm mediocre at best at everything, and I never get better. And so people just watch me suck for a really long time.
As long as you're having fun.
Yeah. That's the
I'll probably do that
important
Tuesday, so that'll be fun.
thing. Awesome. And then I haven't put together my schedule for next week, but it's probably gonna be lots of Monster Hunter Rise all the time. Gorilla streams, it'll be great. But yes, again, socials and descriptions. Everyone here is super cool. Follow all of us, watch our stuff. But yeah, thank you everyone that stopped by. Anyone that internet in chat or just lurked, or anyone that's watching the VODs at a later date. Thank you so much for being entertained by us. Like I'm happy to provide. You guys have any outros or that you want to toss out there?
I just go bye, and then I cut myself off.
That's exactly what I do. I love it.
Yeah, I usually have where I can say have a good night, have a good day wherever you are, or have a day or a night because we know how it is.
True.
Yeah, true.
And then I bid you adieu, or like goodbye.
Ooh.
Or good night, whatever the case is. If I'm actually going to sleep, it's good night. By actually going to sleep, I mean I'm laying in bed on Twitter, but
Yeah, right.
For 2 hours. Oh.
Yep.
Big mood.
Truly.
No, I don't have an outro. I just scream into it and hope it works, and then I go to the end.
I also call my viewers screechers, so that's fun.
Nice.
So if you join the crew, you're a screecher now. Have fun.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, and then I'll bring us out with from me, lovelies. This has been Monty Solano, your favorite fairy scholar. Thank you for a fun stream, and have yourself a good evening. Goodbye. And go ahead and pull off the ending screen here.